Oh, guys, we'll get started here in just a minute. Just gonna share the link. Alright. Okay. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Beginning of week 6, last week of season 5 of TWN, SWA first up. Oh, nope, wrong thing. I'm gonna get guys a minute to hop in. I waited later than usual only because it was storming a lot this evening over where I live at, and I wanted to make sure I was able to stream without any like fuckery from the weather. Yeah, everything's set there. I want to make sure I give a chance for people to hop in. I know Hank likes to try to catch the shows. So first up on this one, Severn versus Johnny Kidd. Severn's the current TWN national champion. Going up against Johnny Kidd. Alright. Alright, let's see. Severn blue corner, Severn blue corner, Severn blue corner, Severn blue corner, Severn Kidd, Severn Kidd, Severn blue corner, Severn blue corner, Severn blue corner, Severn blue corner. Alright. Let's see how this goes here. Opening grapple to start things off. Guillotine lock. Oh. Oh, works that leg. Hmm. Let's go, Severin. That's right, Green Man. Oh! Wow, I haven't... Oh, right into an armbar. Caveat headlock. Backslide. Oh. Oh, standing hammer lock. Despite the difference of weight class, both these guys are pretty lower grapple heavy actually. So we might see some oh, belly to belly slam. Oh, counter. I could actually see an upset happening here, actually. Because Kid's getting in a lot of offense here. Ah, too close to the ropes, though. Shoulder thrust in the corner. Yeah. Trying to wear down Severin a little bit. A little bow and arrow. Oh. Oh, a little bulldog headlock there. Oh, roll-up counter. Ooh. Another standing hammer lock. Ooh. Mid suplex. Oh, caught him. Countered into a hammer lock. Yeah, exactly. Oh, lift up and slam down. Oh, Severin first to have to get counted here.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, up to an 8. 7 might be in trouble here. Oh, being set up here. Oh, right into a roll up.
2.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, counter.
Give up. Give up. Give up.
Kid trying to fight out of it.
Give up.
Oh, counter. Oh, 7 has to tap. Big upset. It's like, yeah, let's go for full 100. A double arm bar. Wow. Triangle choke, one of the best moves of all time. Yeah. Great start for the showing here. Alright, next we got... Yeah, crazy. Next we got some debuts here. Bundy is gonna have Heenan on the sideline here for him, and Bundy's going against Johnny Saint, and of course Bundy's in the blue corner. Bundy blue corner, 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 Saint, Bundy Saint. Bundy Saint. Alright. See how it goes.
Fight.
Definitely a size difference here.
Give up. Fuck.
Bundy gets body slammed out of the ring.
Fuck. Fuck.
Mm.
Give up.
Oh, hammerlock. Ooh, saved by the bell there.
Fight. SWA.
Yeah, it was, you mean the hammerlock, or was it a different move that I missed? Oh, octopus hold.
One. One, two. Give up. Give up. Give up.
Oh, huh, I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for it.
Give up. Give up. SWA.
Kid actually won the first match. It was actually an excellent match. It was a full 100. But Kid made Severn tap actually to a double armbar at the end of during the 4th round. I mean, it was a great for your show stuff, but with Severn, the current TWN national champ, it definitely makes Kid look like a gajillion bucks, even though last I checked, he doesn't have a lot of wins under his belt during the season. Oh, schoolboy.
Two. SWA.
Oh, big slam.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Counter.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, Bundy with a backdrop and gets a pin. Predictable win there. Bundy getting the win. Alright, next one. We got Benoit against Richards here. Now, wait, good, Bundy won, yeah. Hold on a sec. Alright. No, Lynn and Benoit are in a rivalry. Yeah, Lynn and Benoit are currently in a rivalry. They just had their first match. But this Benoit's match here is going to be against Richards here, yes. And Benoit is in the blue corner. Contest of the canceled. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay, Benoit in the blue corner, Benoit blue corner, Benoit blue corner, Benoit blue corner, Benoit blue corner. Okay, Benoit Richards. Okay. Let's see how it goes. What did Richards... You know what? I remember hearing something, but I don't remember either what Richards did. I think he just said some shit or something. I don't know. I don't think he did. I don't think he did anything like outlandish. I just think he just said stuff that some people didn't like. I don't know. Oh yeah, the rumor stuff. Yeah. Well, given some other controversial wrestlers, that kind of the room. If it's, I mean, if it's at the rumor stage, then it's not. It's probably not as heavy some other wrestlers in the controversy. But if it's enough to get him that he retire over it, I mean, I don't know. Life's weird nowadays with that kind of stuff. I mean, we go back and forth so fast on what what's legit and what's not legit. It's kind of hard to keep things straight, but Battle of the Cancel, that'd be a great wrestling promotion. Just a bunch of like wrestlers who were just canceled. Oh, Richard Holiday. Man, I wish I can get into Major League Wrestling. I just don't have the time, but I would like to give them a shot at least, considering I gave NWA a shot for a while and they just kind of ended up being like kind of just meh. Joey Ryan should start that. Oh man, I think I would. God, that would be a lot of fun to do it in Fire Pro, but I don't know if I don't know how well that would go with people with my sub count with views by if I just used a bunch of guys that I don't know how that would take. I mean, it just would depend on the context of it. It'd be fun though. It would be kind of fun though to just do like the canceled wrestling federation. It's all wrestlers that were controversial or something. Oh. I don't know what you would put in there. Oh, the crossface!
Give up. Give up.
Key lock there.
Give up. Fight.
Based Arsenal. Who would that be?
Give up. Give up. 1, 2. Give up.
Yeah, that escapes me. I forgot who that was, because I feel like I know who you're talking about. Oh, Tyler. He just has cancer.
Yeah.
Ooh, crossface. Oof. Really? Cancer? Wow. And he's wrestling with cancer? Wow. That's crazy. Alright. Oh, he's going for a long diving headbutt. Wow.
1, 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Crossface.
Great. Yeah. Great.
Oh, wow.
One, 2, 3.
Crazy.
1, 2.
Yeah, I know, right? It was insane how far he flew. Wild bomb. Yeah, oh man. It really, oh, crossface out of nowhere right in the beginning of round 3. Because, man, Benoit in the ring, Benoit was probably one of the best guys ever. Oh, wild bomb to finish off Benoit with the win. Yeah, I will say though, I do love the WCW ring sounds. Like the sounds in the ring, like the collisions and everything. Oh man. The little bumps and stuff. I did hear from WCW guys that they actually hated the rings, the WCW rings. They said there was like no give to them at all. 67, not a great number there. Well, but I think it's because Benoit got so much offense in. Alright, next one is Bockwinkel versus Harley Race. With Bockwinkel being in the blue corner. The rock rings. Oh. I could see that would change with that. Like, at first everyone was complaining about the rings, and Vince is like, oh, it can't be that bad. And he starts taking bumps, it's like, holy fuck, we gotta change these rings. To be honest, I imagine there was when they were really low on money during like mid to late Next Generation era, just before Attitude Era, where they had like no money. I can imagine like they were still using, like, the rings were getting rackety, and when they were able to start making money and Vince started taking bumps in there, he probably started to be like, you know, maybe we should invest in some new rings. Okay, Bockwinkel blue corner, 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 Bockwinkel race, Bockwinkel race. Okay, let's do this. Alright. I also heard that the TNA guys despised the six-sided ring when it was active, which sucks because it's such an iconic thing with TNA, the six-sided ring. But apparently everyone hated the ring because of the angles and the way it's designed, and it gave it very little to no give. So taking like bumps and stuff on it were like really took a toll. I didn't hear about the ropes, but I wouldn't be surprised. Well, it's funny because you think it's a six-sided ring. You would think that it kind of give a little bit more creativity to the high flyers with like the springboard moves and all the different poses for jumping off and stuff. But yeah. I mean, in hindsight, I mean, you know, and you know what the shitty part about all that too is, despite all of the changes and all the fuckery, that Impact is still around, but man, it's like, I think they should be bigger than they are, because in all honesty, given all the wrestling promotions out there, they're probably the third highest compared to AEW and WWE. Because Major League Wrestling, they're pretty decent, but they don't have the history yet. Yeah. Yeah, I can get a little confusing with that. The 6-side ring. Changing their TV. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, they need a consistent home. Yeah, and that makes sense, though, with with AAA, because it's all so high-flying driven, it makes sense to put an emphasis on the springboards and ropes. Yeah, and it sucks, because when they came back going in 2019 with power and everything, they were on fire. Like, they were going to be... They had the world on their tips, but then the pandemic happened. They lost all their big players to other promotions, and when everything started getting full swing again, they didn't have anybody. I mean, there are a couple guys that are there right now that look promising for the future. Like Thrillbilly Silas looks really solid as a star. But there's just not a lot there. I mean, the women's champion, I forgot her name, she's solid too, but yeah, the current champion they got, it's like, it's so weird why, like, frickin', Billy Corgan is fighting so hard with Tyrese as champion, and it just doesn't make a lick of sense outside of, like, the fact that he has a TV show on Fox so they can promote NWA on there, but at this point I feel like he's not really helping at all. Oh, man, it's so weird, those... Yeah, Cornette isn't always the... Cornette's not always... for as great of a speaking skills that Cornette has, sometimes I feel like he needs to add a little bit more context to what he says. Because... I don't know. That you can't say that kind of stuff. I mean, because here's the thing, everyone likes fried chicken. Like, everyone does. I mean, I love fried chicken. But to say stuff like that in a certain way, I mean, you're just kind of asking to just get, like, hit with controversy. You can't say stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, and it's weird, too, because it's weird, too, because I follow his Twitter, and, like... Oh, the fisherman suplex. And I mean, he's pretty much like, in terms of like, if you're gonna get into, like, I hate saying this, the politicalness of it, he's definitely more on the left, based on what I've read of his tweets. It's just, I think he's more old school left than the left nowadays. Yeah. I have to say, going to college for journalism and political science prepared me more for the world than I ever could have imagined. Oh my god. We live in a very politically driven world. That's why it's awesome to have stuff like this, because it really helps break stuff up a bit. Yeah, his opinions on women's wrestling, that is definitely something that I don't know what I don't know what he's saying about all that, because here's the thing, I think women's wrestling today, it's the best it's ever been. I mean, yeah, was there some good stuff back in the day that stood out a bit? Sure, there was, but it was few and far between. And then, you know, I don't know. But what do I know? I think intergender wrestling is relevant, so maybe I'm not the expert on that stuff, but oh, just in time. Oh, please. Really? No, that's stupid. So, no, I don't believe that, because... Because here's the thing. Yeah, the top woman wrestler. Well, yeah, it makes sense you would like the top ones. But I don't agree with the notion that women couldn't do men's moves. Because here's the thing, like... It's such a basic thing. That my problem with all of that is the fact that it's still arms, legs, a torso doing motions. I mean, it's the same thing. Like, there's no difference between the bodies. Like, a body's a body, whether it's a guy or a girl. Like, somebody like grabbing a hold of your neck and dropping you for a DDT, like, the gender doesn't matter. Like, a DDT's a DDT. I mean,
6, 7.
and here's the other thing too, like, if you're gonna focus on, like, the size, I mean, look at the weight classes, like, oh, Race just tapped out to a Cobra Clutch, Bockwinkel with the win. I don't get that impression. He doesn't want them using weapons on. Yeah, unfortunately, Race. It was a close one. It was a good one, but Bockwinkel edges out there. But you needed that 90 because your last couple matches were a little rough. But no, it's stupid because the way I see about women compared to men, I look at the sizes. Because, for example, like, if we can buy, if Undertaker versus Rey Mysterio can be a match people can take seriously, then why couldn't something like why wouldn't the gender matter? Like if you switch the gender of if Rey Mysterio was like take a woman that has the same skill set, size, moveset, everything like Rey Mysterio and put them against Undertaker, what would change? You know what I mean? That's just the way I feel about it, is that if you're only looking at sizes and weight in wrestling, then I don't know, like, if guys from different weight classes can fight against each other without issue, then why would, I don't know, that's just my opinion, but oh, yeah, women's war games. Well, yeah, exactly. Like, exactly. So if there's a girl that can do what Mysterio can do, then why couldn't she do the same thing that Mysterio can do? I mean, that's just the way I see it. I mean, I get having men separated from women with that kind of stuff because you want the woman to be able to stand out easier because of the numbers game with the roster, and yeah, I mean, like, there are issues of, like, sometimes, if there's too much of a carelessness, it's a little bit rougher on the woman against the man and vice versa. I get that for certain girls, but there's girls like Rhea Ripley or, for historical reference, Chyna. I mean, to me, since wrestling is choreographed, there's no reason if a girl couldn't handle her own the right way, there's no reason why she couldn't have an occasional match against a guy if there was a good story going. Or if it sounds like a good matchup, because there was a stare down a while back between Solo Sikoa and Rhea, and there was great tension there for like a fight, but they don't do anything with it because of the gender. And to me, it's like you see, this is a perfect instance where an intergender match could work, that people would legit invest money to see, but of course they don't do that. So I don't know. It's a weird thing nowadays with that. Backlund and Lynn coming up in the semi-main event spot here. Backlund in the blue corner, of course. Backlund blue corner. 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 Blue corner. Backlund Lynn. Backlund Lynn. Backlund Lynn. Okay, let's see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, I just think overall, like, I get having them separate for, like, rest for a lot of stuff, but I feel like, I just feel like that there shouldn't be, like, I just feel like there should be less limitations on men and women contact in wrestling, in my opinion. Other sports, it makes sense. I get that. But with wrestling, because of the nature of wrestling, I just personally feel like that intergender matches, if, you know, if stuff gets lined up right, can work and should be something that's explored. Because here's the thing. If Rhea Ripley can do moves on guys, or stuff like that, or other girls do moves on guys, then I don't know. I feel like you kind of have to, like, if you're gonna make, I think if you're gonna advertise them as even, more or less, then both sides should have should be even in that area. I don't know. I mean, it's weird with the rules and stuff. Okay, because those kind of rules that WWE like enforces, quote unquote, make sense in like a standard sport, of course. But because wrestling's wrestling, I just feel like that there should be a little bit. I feel like there should be a little bit more case-by-case stuff there. Because if you have a girl that's built like China, or a girl that can that has a style in the moveset and is built a certain way that can handle like the big moves like that, then why couldn't she compete against guys or something like that? Yeah. That is very true. Like, if you wanted to, it depends on the promotion as well. Like, WWE, it's a show. So stuff like that would flow with the fan base. But if you're like, but if you're going for more of an old school sport aspect of it, of course you'd have them separate. That makes sense. Yeah. I'm just saying that if you're gonna toe the line, just go all the way. Like, don't enforce like no woman against men stuff, but have like epic stare downs between Rhea Ripley and Solo Sikoa, or have Rhea Ripley pull submissions and finishers on guys and stuff like that, but have that go to nothing because she's a girl and they can't like fight back or anything. I don't know. I'm just saying that like either one way or the other. Don't do the middle. Like if you're gonna allow one thing, allow all of it. That's just the way I feel about it, but I mean, but I don't run a wrestling promotion, so what do I know? Which I get. I understand that. Like, kayfabe helps a lot. It's funny. The first wrestling show I ever been to was actually getting close to a year ago, actually. It was a really good show. From where, like, they're kind of based in Cadillac. And it was during an intermission, and we were getting, like autographs and stuff. And my wife, she was talking to, like, they're called the Irish Pub Army. It's a tag team of big Irish guys. Big brawling guys. And I was talking to a heel tag team. And they were keeping kayfabe. Cradle Tombstone with a cover. So they were kind of being assholes. Like, they were keeping kayfabe. So I went to pay for their thing. I only had like a big bill, so they kept it because they were keeping kayfabe. So the guy who runs it, who's also a wrestler, he came up to us like just before the intermission ended and kind of like gave us the change back and just kind of talked about it and everything, and it was fine. I mean, I get it. My wife was a little nervous because she's not as used to the wrestling world as I was, but yeah, it's a tough thing to do because you want to keep kayfabe when you're in your character, so you end up kind of have to do stuff like that. Keep the bill at yeah, exactly. Like, I only had like I think $100 bill, and it was only like 22, 25. So I gave them that, and they're just like, and they just kept it. And then yeah, it was hardcore. Like, it was hardcore because it was a heel tag team and a manager, so a group of 3 more or less. And yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know how many people saw it, but because it was like old school like audience. Like, I think there was like There's like 3 rows of chairs on each side of the ring. So it would have been like, I would imagine like 50 to 100 people. I'm just guessing, maybe closer to 100. But there was a decent amount of people there. It was definitely like a full house for what they planned. But yeah, it's a very solid promotion. I've only been to one show. I hate that I've only been to one show because I kept track of everything. And they're solid, but they live in Cadillac and I live in Mount Pleasant, so I haven't been able to go to like any stuff since then, but I'm hoping to go to the same show a year later. But yeah, but heels that keep great kayfabe, it's not the smoothest sometimes because of situations like that, especially if you're not familiar with wrestling, it's your first time in. You would legit get pissed, and you would understandably throw a fit about it. You're like, what the hell? I want my change back, you know. But I knew they were keeping kayfabe, and I knew that I would get the money back probably off screen from them because they want to keep kayfabe. I knew they would do that, and the guy did who ran the thing. He did do that because he knew that it's something it was a tough spot. Because here's the thing, like if it was only like if it was only like $19, it was like $14 and I only had a 20 and they kept $6, I wouldn't have cared. I would have been fine. Oh, he's setting up. Oh, big lariat from the corner.
1, 2, 3.
But yeah, if it was after the show and nothing was said, I probably would have asked about it or something to him. But you know, I think it was something that happened before, understandably, because I think like I said, it's a tough thing. So overall, if you're going to a wrestling show for the first time, like, be aware if you're going to talk to like the heel group guys, be aware that they have to act and behave a certain way that may not flow. Like, if you want to, you know, talk and get stuff from the flowy guys, you should probably start with the baby faces and work your way up to the heels. Because if they're legit gonna go for kayfabe, they're gonna be assholes to you. That's just because that's just the way it's done. Big pile driver.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Man, I have to say, like, Jerry Lynn in this promotion, he's made every guy he went against like $1 million. He is like, he works so well with this roster.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, big sneaky German. Yeah, I mean. Oh yeah, I mean, and the thing is, I think they were acting the same way with everybody that went up to them. So it was a consistent thing. I didn't like converse that much with them. I just kind of, you know, it was just a simple like, I'm gonna get that. Here's this. That's all I got. 100, and it just went like that. It wasn't anything like hyper conversational. It was just. I just knew going in my mind that I knew that talking to them that it was going to be interesting because I knew they couldn't act like standard orthodox. They were going to act very bad guy heelish. So I knew that they were going to do things and act a certain way. And I knew that kind of... I knew the minute that 100 left my hand, I knew there was a chance they were going to keep that whole thing. A sliver, a bit of a chance. Because you know, they were keeping kayfabe. They were trying to be good heels, which makes sense. I'm just glad that they had a system in where they're like, okay, you're going to act like heels, but we're going to have to give this guy his change back. Because we don't want to get, like, in trouble here. Alright, Lynn with a big win against Backlund. But yeah, I wasn't like a I wasn't try, but yeah, I didn't go in and try to like smart them or anything like that, because I was, mostly because I mostly just wanted to play along, and I didn't want to throw them off their game, because doing kayfabe like that is kind of becoming a lost art form and getting really tricky to do. And I didn't want to be an asshole and try to wreck that kind of thing, especially when it's guys trying to, like, get their passion in on the craft. So I will say though, it probably would have been smoother in hindsight if maybe they had somebody there that maybe handled the change for them, so that, because I can imagine, like I said, I can imagine there might be some situations where they did that with somebody that wasn't aware of how wrestling works and get really like pissed about that, but yeah, it was really fun show. My wife loved it, and I was hoping that, because my wife, before, I mean, she got wrestling, and she was like an okay like fan of it, but she wasn't like super aware like I am. But after the show, she became a fan. TWN. Well, the way TWN All Stars works is I do 2 shows a month. So, however they get lined up just varies on the pacing of things. But the last one was the last one for the season. So, if you want him to defend more often, that belt, if you want to defend him, I suggest talking to some promotions and create an open challenge. Because I know you got that free TWN title shot thing that you're kind of hoping to get, but circumstances kind of gave you the belt anyway. So if you kind of want to like have him to go through like open challenge thing with other promotions and stuff, I suggest arranging stuff. If you decide so, he will. If you want to like do an open thing to try to like maybe like it depends on how you want to do it. You like I said, you could have him just host it, have it for the pay-per-view, and then kind of hold on to the free TWN mid-card title shot. Well, here's the thing, it's specifically TWN mid-card title shot, so you could challenge for something else outside the national title. You could challenge for like the broadcast title or the junior championship as well. So there's a couple other stuff you could use that for outside of the national title. Although I will say, if you want to gain the bonuses of the national title, he would have to defend against somebody outside of the promotion. However, you could earn rewards in other ways if it performs well enough as a title match in itself. Alright, main event time. This is actually for the title shot for the TWN National Championship. Zbyszko's going against Robinson. Zbyszko blue corner, 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 Zbyszko Robinson, Zbyszko Robinson, Zbyszko Robinson, Zbyszko Robinson. Okay. Alright, main event here. Oh, backside. Shoulder crusher. Yeah, it was so funny because I remember leaving where they're at, like the section or whatever where the heels were at, and I go up to my wife after she was talking to the Irish Pub Army Tag Team guys, and and I told her what happened, and she was kind of had a mid like, oh no, Fen, that's a lot of money. we need to get it back. And I'm like, Corey, it's fine, don't worry. They're just keeping kayfabe. I tried to explain it to her, but she was still kind of anxious because there was a lot of change. But yeah, it was so fun though. I'm so happy to see, like, because I understand not keeping kayfabe. I get that because that can demand a lot out of your life, and that is a tough thing to do nowadays, the way things are. But it's great to see, like, wrestlers still try to do it nonetheless, because it's a huge part of the whole thing. To not use it at all, it kind of messes with things a little bit down the stretch there. Flip. Ooh, finishing maneuver. The rope breaks it up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Brainbuster. Also, you know, I thought about streaming again after this, but I don't know if I'm going to do so. It'd probably be Super Mega Baseball, but to be honest, I might end up doing that anyway, just because I want to play it. And like I said the other night, like if I'm going to play it, I might as well stream it. So, unless my energy level changes, I'm probably gonna end up doing that a bit after this. Not too long after this, because I don't wanna stream as late as last night. Oh, Robinson with the win! Wow, dude, Robinson's been a freaking beast in this thing. I don't know if he's lost a match so far this season. I don't know. Still a solid 84 despite not being too long of a match. But he's going to get that national title shot against Severin. Alright, I'm going to do the calculations here to see how well this show went. Alright, you got an 83 this time around, Hank. Now, I don't know how... It's going to be interesting this week, because each week varies, because one week an 83 could get you in the top 3, and then the next week 83 is the bottom, so... We'll have to see how well that holds up this week. But yeah, week 6 here. I want to try to get through this as fast as I can. for that. But I don't think there's been any I don't think there's been I don't think there's been any booking yet for week 6 from anybody yet. So I'm probably gonna. Well, and here's the other thing too, though, is the fact that I don't believe I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. I don't believe so. If I happen to stream tomorrow, it's probably gonna be YWA stuff, because I do wanna pretty quickly. Yeah, feel free to. Cause here's the thing, I will, cause I want to do TWN and GSW like same day roughly, or back to back TWN events minimum, because they're in the war right now. So right between that and Eli typically going last so far, I mean, yeah, go ahead and put yours in, because I don't think LJC and Star Fox put their booking in yet for week 6. But yeah, I would. Well, they'll only have a collaboration pay-per-view as they end in a tie. That's the thing. And so far, let me check the stats that I have on Discord. So far, Star Fox is ahead 3-2. So LGC is going to have to win this week to tie it up. But it's been very close. Well, the two that LGC won, he won like 5-1 or 5-0-1. But the ones that Star Fox won, the 3 he won, he barely won. Like, 2 of them were tiebreakers, and the other one was by like half a match. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this last one goes. So if GSW wins, we'll have that tiebreaker pay-per-view. If Star Fox wins, that won't be a thing, unless those two decide to do a collaboration pay-per-view. Anyway, though, the only difference really is the tiebreaker collaboration pay-per-view. The cost of it will be covered by TWN, so it will be an all-profit event. But if it's not a tie and they want to do it anyway, the cost will still be there. Trying to think. But yeah, you know what? I think I will do some Super Mega Baseball action pretty soon after this. However, I don't know how many games I'm gonna do. It's either gonna be 2 or 4. It just depends on my energy. So we'll just see what happens there. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna go for. Like I said, I don't believe I'll be streaming tomorrow. If I do, it would probably be YWA overtime. And also I need to do that too, because I need to wrap up the qualifiers so we can do the League Open. I'm also, I should put this in Discord too, but I'm also going to try to do more things that'll tie YWA and TWN a bit more together, because because since TWN, I feel like it's becoming more of the focus of the two because of the possibilities, and TWN has a lot more fruitful than YWA because of the way YWA is built with the single wrestlers and stuff. I want to try to maybe do more stuff or specials that tie both of them together. So that way the stuff you do in YWA is a little bit more beneficial to your TWN stuff and vice versa. I feel like that'd be a better way of doing those kind of things. Plus, the people who first join YWA will help create them a base, so when they go to do TWN stuff, they have something to work with, as opposed to barely anything. So, but I'll have to mess around with that. But yeah, overall though, that's gonna do it for this specific stream. But do tune in if you're looking for some Super Mega Baseball action in a little bit. Outside of that, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. In case you guys wanted to chat with anyone at the Campy Company, you didn't want to use the YouTube comment section, we do have a couple options. First one is we have a Discord channel. You can find a link to that About page / About section of our channel. We also have a community tab on our channel as well. You can access that anywhere at any time. We also have a Patreon page as well. Main goal of the page is to raise money for the channel, to give the channel a bigger budget, to do more ambitious things, and also start making merchandise for the channel as well. Merchandise itself will be geared toward aspects of the channel that you guys enjoy, so any support we get for that is much appreciated. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.